Hey guys, welcome back to Tracie's Place. Today we are making a cheesy hamburger and rice casserole. You won't believe how simple that this is. So I'm going to tell you the ingredients. We're going to need, of course, our ground beef or ground turkey. And we're going to need chicken broth, onions, peppers. You can use whatever blend or mix of peppers you'd like. I used green bell pepper and also the red. And then we have garlic here, green onion for topping, rice, the cream of mushroom soup, cheddar cheese. I also have a little bit of Mexican cheese and a little bit of mozzarella. You can use whatever you have in your refrigerator. That's the beauty of this dish. We also have some seasonings. You can use the blend that you like to use and when you ground up your meat. I love to use Lawry's brown sugar bourbon from McCormick's, and then also the McCormick tri-blend of sea salt, garlic, and pepper. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we're going to add our cooking oil, and I'm using olive oil to brown the ground turkey. I'm using ground turkey, but you're welcome to use ground beef. So I have mine in the skillet and it's going now. Just going to wait a few minutes for it to get all browned. I have my meat chopper back here, or my ground beef, ground turkey grinder. I got this from Pampered Chef. I will link a link below to Amazon where you can get one, or either one similar if you want to get one. Sometimes Pampered Chef can be kind of pricey, but I love my chopper. I could not do without it. So we're going to get this all browned up here. And when it starts getting a little done, then I'm going to use my chopper. Now that it's getting somewhat brown and ready, I am going to add in my green bell pepper and my red sweet pepper. Get that all in there. And that is half. You can add as much as you want, but I just do like 3/4 of a green bell pepper. And I did 2 small sweet peppers, those snacking peppers. I did 2 small ones like that. Just put that in, and we're going to go ahead and add our onion. And that is half of a large onion. And we want to get that all combined. And then I'm going to chop that up even more. I don't like my ground beef or ground turkey super chunky, but I don't like it ground fine either, so that's why I'm waiting to chunk it up with this. I like to get it ready first because it gets stiffer as it gets more, closer to being ready. That way the chunks will come off really easy. If you start grinding with this too early, you'll just have a grinder full of raw meat. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my Lawry's. And depending on if you have, it's not coming out super fast, y'all, don't worry. I'm not over seasoning. But depending on if you have ground turkey or ground beef, depends on how much you're going to put in. Usually people know like what kind of seasonings they like in their ground meats. So go ahead and do that. I'm using Lawry's. I love Lawry's in my turkey because it kind of takes out the, I won't say gaminess, but I don't know if that super turkey taste, it takes that out. That's what helps it to taste like ground beef, that Lawry's. I absolutely love this brown sugar bourbon seasoning from McCormick Grill Mates. It tastes so good. It has a little bit of sweet factor in it. So we're going to add that in. We're going to go ahead and add some McCormick sea salt, black pepper, and garlic seasoning. And it comes in the same little doohickey as this, same little container, but I put it in these because these fit my seasoning drawer. Okay, so I'm just going to stir that a little bit. And now I'm going to get my grinder out and get this meat ground even better. And I know you don't usually add garlic into hamburgers. Some people do, but it's not a usual thing. but you add minced garlic to this. It gives it such a good flavor. You're going to put that in. Reserve the green onion though for the topping. So you guys, I am using 1.5 cups of the chicken broth. And you can use up to 2 cups if you want. But this is 1.5 cups. And I'm going to go ahead and put the rice in. This is raw rice or uncooked rice. It's 2 cups because I have 2 cups of the meat. I'm making enough to last for 2 days. I might put a little bit more to equal 2 cups of chicken broth. I think that needs a little more. And here we go. Get that saturated, and we're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes. I'm going to cover this up and let it steam for about 5 minutes. Okay guys, this is 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. I added 1/2 cup of water to the can of cream of mushroom soup. So now we're just going to pour this in. It smells so good. And it's a comfort dish. It is a comfort dish, a comfort casserole. We are going to add 1.5 cups of cheese to this. And just stir it in there. That was 1 cup. Let me put the rest in there. And that's 1/2. There I go again with them estimated measurements. But that was 1.5 cups. So I got it all mixed in, and now we're going to put it into our prepared baking dish. We're just going to put that in there. And it looks so good, and it smells so good. Now, if you have picky kids, you can take out the peppers. Sometimes kids get a little leery if you add too many things, so you can just add onions if you want. And I know some kids don't like onion. My son does not like onion, but I won't say he doesn't like them. He doesn't like to see it because there are so many things I put onions in, and he's just like, ooh, this is good. So he doesn't like to see the onions. A lot of times things are just too much for kids, I guess, to see in their food. They just like simplicity at a certain age. So you can grind the onion up really fast, like minced onion, because onion adds so much flavor. And you can also do it with the green bell peppers if you want. But if you don't want all this color in here, but this adds so much flavor, y'all. But if you don't want all that in there, you do not have to add the red peppers or even the green. You can just get away with onions and it will be delicious. I'm going to spread this out and I'll be back. All right, now I'm going to add 3/4 cup of chicken broth, and that's just to loosen it up. I don't want it to be too stiff. So you want to get a 32-ounce little container of chicken broth. That way you can add as much as you need when you need to, because I added in the chicken broth at different points in the recipe. So you want enough. You don't just want 1 can. And the recipe is down in the description box, you guys. I know sometimes when you're new to YouTube, not everybody knows where to find the information. I did a couple of recipes before and people's like, you didn't put the amounts in there, and didn't say the amounts rather. So always, if for some reason I missed something, the recipe, the ingredients, and the measurements will be down in the description box. And that if you go down by the title, there's a little arrow to the right. Very little arrow. I don't know why they have it so little. But you just click on that little black down arrow and that will open up the description box. So I'm going to turn this way. Hopefully you can see it good. And we're going to put the cheese on top. I don't know if I'm going to use that mozzarella. Oops. I would definitely use this cheddar. I'm going to use the Mexican blend also. I love all the cheeses. You can use your favorite. You can use casserole blend cheese, Italian cheese, cheddar mixed with Italian, whatever you like. And this is the Mexican cheese. So I'm going to add some more sharp cheddar on top. Want it nice and cheesy, unless you don't want it nice and cheesy. You can make this without cheese too. It could just be the ground beef or ground turkey and the rice with the seasonings, onions, and the chicken broth and cream of mushrooms. So now I'm going to go in with some mozzarella on top. I like to use a little Italian seasoning on the cheese. You don't have to do that, but just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and cover this with aluminum foil and put it in a 375-degree preheated oven for 30 minutes. And you guys, if you like it a little bit more soupier, you can add more chicken broth to it or even a little water. So either one you prefer. So we're going to get this on in the oven. And it is out of the oven, you guys. I'm going to put the green onion on. So I actually left it in for 40 minutes. And the cheese is just melted to perfection. So you just put the green onion on. If you do not like green onion or don't want it on, you do not have to add it. And now I'm going to add a little bit of parsley flakes. If it'll come out. I think that green on there makes it look so pretty. And it just brightens up the flavor too. You don't have to add this on either. So now I'm going to put this back in for 5 minutes and then take it out. So it is ready. Zoom it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do a taste test for you guys. Oh wow, it cuts good. It cuts really good. Oh, that looks good. All right, it's time to try. Love this cheese. It looks so good. You can't taste the garlic like garlic, but you can taste a hint of it, and it just does so much, as well as everything else. The cream of mushroom soup, green bell pepper. Now you cannot taste like green bell pepper like that, but everything complements each other to make it taste like just a homey, comforting casserole dish, and it's just so good. Alright guys, so if this is your first time here, look around the channel. I have plenty of videos, different kinds of videos for you to watch. Hope you like them. Also, I will put more recipe type videos at the end of this one. Just click on it. Alright, so I will see you guys next time right back here on Tracie's Place. Subscribe, like the video, give me a thumbs up. That helps me out here on YouTube. And share the video. Share it on your Facebook and other social media. That helps me out. Alright, be blessed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Finish this up so I can get some seconds.